Hey, what's up guys? It's Chirpy, your favorite rogue here. We are going to be opening our vault as well as doing our Mythic Plus tier list in this video for the week. So be sure to stick around to the end to catch that. And if you like the channel, like the videos, be sure to like and subscribe. Really helps me out. Really appreciate it. Takes 2 seconds. Thanks a lot. Let's get on to the video. Alright, let's hop along here. See what we can get out of our vault. I'm really hoping for either a Grief Torch or 421 belts, 421 boots. Something good here. Maybe an icon trinket. Make sure my spec is set to something for daggers, because I could now get a 424 dagger from killing Brood. So that'd be pretty nice as well. Got a couple good options, and holy shit, we got the Grief Torch. We got the Grief Torch. I already have the hands, I have the shoulders already. The belt would have been nice if I didn't have the Grief Torch there. But Grief Torch, Omega Bis, we are sailing. I don't even have to sim any of this. I know Grief Torch is my bis. Like, that is an amazing vault here. Absolutely fantastic. First Mythic Broodkeeper kill, and we get the Grief Torch in our first vault. Perfect. And we got a 25 SPG key. That's just free. That's just free. This is like the ultimate Omega Bis vault that I've ever had, period. Does not get better than this. Okay, so this week we have Bolstering Volcanic Tyrannical. So let's get the easy keys out of the way here. Shadow Moon, S tier. The bosses are all pretty jokes, except for the first boss. That's just a heal check. Court of Stars, you don't really have to deal with bolstering. The bosses are pretty fine, except for the second boss. You send Lust and get some Lust on the imps pretty well. And make sure you get CCs on the imps, I mean. Azure Vault, I'm going to put in the C tier, because there's a lot of mobs in there that can get bolstered. Like, there's a lot of high prio mobs, so if you're not playing a high prio damage composition, you're going to have probably some issues in Azure Vault. Ruby Light Pulls has that issue upstairs as well, with the Inferno guys. But if you have good priority damage, I feel like it's not that big of a deal compared to their HP pools. You can probably get the Inferno guy down around the same time as the others. Nakud, around the same thing as Ruby Light Pulls. I'd probably put it in like a C+ if I could. Same thing with Algathar right here. I'd put it in like a C+ category, because there are a lot of bolstering mobs in there. And the bosses actually crank really hard on Academy. Like the bird boss can just wipe your tank. Temple of the Jade Serpent. I don't think that the Temple of the Same Serpent is too hard this week. The bosses are pretty fine. The only main killer is this third boss for tanks. But if you have your tank rotating cooldowns with the healer, it's not that bad. Halls of Valor. Now, I'd probably put this closer to A tier, because the only hard boss I feel, or the only two hard bosses are Herja for the Eye of the Storm and the Lost Boss with Rune of Power. So, yeah. Okay, so the main things that you want to be looking out for this week is, as a DPS player, as a tank, whatever, you want to make sure that the packs are dying as evenly as possible. As a rogue, if you're playing rogue, you have a very large responsibility to make sure you're always hitting the highest HP target. That will help ensure that the packs are dying evenly, and if you can do that properly, bolstering will be a non-issue, a non-affix. Volcanic is also really easy for melee. It usually doesn't really affect you too much. It's more of a ranged issue, because they sit there to cast and stuff. But as a melee DPS, as a rogue, you have a responsibility to try to evenly cleave down these packs. So if you go into a pack that has a lot of HP on one mob, your job is to kill that one mob and make sure it dies evenly. The rest will fall into place. Your whole idea is to try to contain bolstering as much as possible. The other thing being that this is a tyrannical week, so these bosses will slap a lot more than usual. You got to make sure that you're using the right defensives at the right times. Make sure you check out my commentary guides if you don't know when you should be using defensives on bosses. I go all over them, and you'll have a lot better time doing these bosses if you can live through them. We have all the tools to survive in our toolkit for the most part, so you need to learn how to cycle through those and rely on your defensives, and you'll make it through the week. If you liked the video, be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment. Be sure to check out the Zero to Hero series, which has just started. We're doing a fresh prop paladin, hugging our entire way up to Keystone Hero, 2500 IO, all the way from 0. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Ciao.